Wagwan, no apologies out you guys. So for today's video we have Lulu Holistic CEO DEANNE explaining why she moved her business and where the relationship stand between her and her mom.
Good morning. I was really sitting here for a long time trying to decide how I was going to start this conversation and how do you even start this type of topic and how do you begin to explain something like this. But I guess now I'm forced to have no choice but to explain why I had to move the business here to where I'm at. I had to consult with my friends and some of my family members to make sure that the decision that I'm making to come on here and talk about the situation was the right decision, and they told me that yes, I should. So I also want to let you guys know first that I think it's very inappropriate and family issues should never be addressed on the internet ever. A bug just hit me. You should never bring from family problems on the internet to talk about, but at this point I feel like I have no choice. I'm forced, in a sense. Forced to defend myself, and my boyfriend always say that if you tell the truth you have nothing to worry about anyway, so I'm here to really tell the truth. And I also never wanted to come on here and talk about something that in a sense is drama, or to entertain you guys, to give you guys that satisfaction. But at this point now it's going on to my business page, and people are now trying to persuade my customers that's commenting on my business page things that they don't know what they're talking about because of a comment that was made by said person. Also never wanted to come on here and talk about drama because I recently was involved in this big old scandalous thing. So I just really try to stay away from the internet. I'm not really on here like that anymore. I just really try to enjoy life now at this point. But like I said, I'm forced. So how do you even start this? Let's start from the beginning. So when I had a lot of crazy stuff going on the internet with an ex, I started going always at my boyfriend's house to just get away from everything. Like I couldn't really function at work. I just needed to get away, so I was always out of town at my boyfriend's house. And my mom would cover for me and stuff like that. And I realized, well, I was always working, so I felt like things were still being able to operate smoothly in a sense while I was gone. So I was like, I don't really have to return to work because I could just do what I do at home on my computer, the important stuff, and the operation and production could still go on in my absence. Upon my absence, my mom hired my uncle. So I have two uncles. One name is Jimmy and the other one is such and such. I don't want to say his name. So she hired him. And when this uncle started working at the warehouse, so my uncle started messing with two of the girls. They weren't friends, but they were co-worker friends. He was messing with one of the girls first, and he started messing with the other girl at the same time. The first girl didn't know that he was messing with the other girl, but the other girl knew that he was messing with the first girl. And then the first girl that didn't know found out that he was messing with the other girl, so she didn't want to be her friend no more, and she didn't want to talk to him anymore. And I guess his ego got the best of him, or I don't really care what they had going on personally on their personal life. I don't care. Just don't bring that stuff with affecting the work environment to the warehouse. So that caused like a whole commotion, but everybody knew about the situation except for the first girl. Basically it was talked about. So they stopped talking, and my uncle was upset that she wasn't trying to be friends with the girl anymore. Like, the girl had attitude, which is expected. Of course she's gonna have attitude in the slightest, as long as she's not causing anything at work. But she could be upset about the situation, and she don't have to talk to y'all. But he has this ego thing, a control thing, an anger issue, where he feel like she should talk to him. Like, he wants control of the situation because he normally have control over his women. So he didn't like the fact that he didn't have control. It threw him off of the loop. So, and then he was mad because he was trying to find out how the girl found out. So he felt like one of the other girls at the warehouse told her that he was messing with the other girl. By the way, this story is just the base of how everything is happening. This started the whole weirdness of the whole situation. But anyway, so then I had to fly in to the warehouse because we had a sale. This was around November, so this was like Thanksgiving, Black Friday, I think, sale around that time. And the team wasn't being able to push out orders fast enough on their own, so I had to come in to help. So I flew in to help with the orders, and I was in the back making products. And then him and the first girl started arguing because he was trying to find out how she found out, basically. Like, he would just be packaging orders, and then he would just burst out. I guess his mind would wander because, like I said, he have anger issues, and then he would just, I had to run the cameras back to have this information. Not he'd say, she'd say, I have cameras. So he just randomly started talking about the situation, and so I ran into the back while because they started arguing, and he was about to hit her. I had to get in front, and you know, she wasn't backing down, but he would actually do something dangerous. So I had to get in front, like, get out, like, you have to leave. Like, at first I was trying to de-escalate the situation, but then he started like chucking to hit, like about to get near her. So I had to tell him to leave, and when he was leaving, the girl in the back that he told her, he started threatening her, like, I'm about to go home and F your nigga up, because he knew where they stayed in the same area. So he was like, I'm gonna go beat your man up and stuff like that. I'm going right now. Like, he just went off crazy. I had to fire him. This all happened in November 30th. I had to fire his ass because that's just inappropriate. And then now you're making the environment uncomfortable, and you're threatening the employees. That's crazy. So I fired him, and he started telling my mom and grandma lies, like how she started it and stuff like that, and they believed him. So they started making me feel like crap about firing him, and started comparing him to like people that I fired and rehired. Like, sometimes my team has been with me forever, so we're like literally a family. If you're with people day in and day out, you become attached to them, you become a family, and we try to resolve problems. Of course, arguments started, but no one ever, like, except for, you know, men, when they fight, they already automatically gonna fight. So we'll forgive each other as a whole and move on, and I'll rehire. So they started comparing like situations where I've fired someone and bring them back after, but I don't do that without consulting my team. But they was making me feel like shit about firing him. No one ever got physical, but I definitely think it's different when you're threatening a group of girls. But like I said, they started making me feel like crap, and my mom was trying to justify it by old messages. Like, when she found out he was messing with the other girl, she would text him, probably cursing him out and threatening, like, you know, a couple stuff, like, nigga, fuck me, and stuff like that. And so, but now it's gone, and he's still holding on to that old stuff. So they're trying to justify it by old stuff. Like, you don't know what she was doing and when they was about to fight. I don't care when they were about to fight. Off the clock. Don't bring it now and try to use that as an excuse for old stuff, or justify it with your old stuff. I don't care what y'all do off the clock. That's the whole point. I don't care what y'all do or what's going on off the clock, just as long as it ain't in the warehouse or in the work environment. So that's how they was trying to deal with the situation, because I fired my uncle for the situation that he did, basically. I think me and my mom had a phone call on the subject. So that's what they was doing to me. I feel like that was manipulation, like as if I was wrong for firing him for doing that. Because for my family, they don't know how to separate business and pleasure. I'm a businesswoman, so I know to separate business from, just because your family does not mean you can do what you want. For them, it's like, we're family, we're sticking together no matter what. So you mean to tell me all my hard work, me, DEANNE, by herself, and my team, but me, every day, 6 a.m. to God knows what time, working all day, slaving my ass off, working my ass off every day at that warehouse to get the company where it's at. And you're gonna bring my uncle in here, your brother in here, your son in here, and ruin everything I worked hard for by myself, literally. And you mean to tell me you're gonna lose valuable employees, people that have been with us for years, that has their place, that know how to do everything, that we can trust with certain things? You're gonna lose all of that for your brother that you just brought in here from August, November. Like, when did I leave? Like, he was there for 4 months. You're gonna lose everything because if your brother that has never been around, That was crazy. But guess what I did? I gave him a chance. I think I put him in a night crew. I gave him another chance. No, I lied. I just kept him in the back because girls are in shipping and they just don't cross each other's paths. I made the wrong choice because they made me feel like shit about it. So I'm like, all right, maybe you're right. I do give other people. All right, maybe you're right. I do be giving other people chances. Let me give him another chance, like a dumbass. A horrible business choice. But whatever. My team loved me. They loved me. We have a connection. And they understood. And they just kept separated. So now, nobody is at the warehouse. You know, my mom don't ever really go to the warehouse like that to do anything. They need stuff. Guess how my crew is making stuff. Every morning I wake up, I tell them what to do. I make them FaceTime. And I tell them, oh, put this ingredient and this together, and I watch them on FaceTime to make something because nobody is in there helping me or doing anything. And I print the orders from home. Like I print it and I send them the labels to print and what they're going to do for the day while I'm all the way over here. So that's how I've been running the company while I'm here. I still be at work technically making stuff. Like I tell them the ingredients to make and then they package it, right? So now, one day I called and I asked them, this happened like while I was on the phone. I said, what y'all need? They said, we need yoni serum because your mom just asked your uncle to bring some yoni serum to the store. So I was like, oh my God, give him the phone because my mom can't take what we don't have. Like, you can't take the last of what we have that we need for shipping to get out of shipping to take into the store. And I feel like if, you know, we need stuff, go and make it. Go help make it so we can have stuff for both the store and online. But so I made him give the phone. I said, hey Aaron, if it's the last of what we had, you can't give it to my mom because we need it for shipping. You're going to give when we have extra of it, or y'all need to make it, but you can't get the last. Literally, he just randomly went off. Yeah, because this fucking fat bitch talking about the other girl just randomly just angry. Like he felt like she told me he was taking something, like she snitched on him for taking serum to the store. And I said, what I told you about that? Calm your anger down. I'm just telling you, you can't take extra. He just started going off, cursing the girl that gave him the phone. I was like, okay, yeah, see, we're done. That's what I'm talking about. So my mom started messaging me, saying some other crap. She was like, well, you should tell him. I said, I did. You don't need to be telling any of the other employees to tell anybody anything. I said, nobody told him anything. I'm the one that told him that he can't do that because we don't have serum. And so my mom was mad that they told me anything. So that same day she went into the warehouse and she didn't know I was on the phone with the girl. And I also have warehouse footage. They act like I don't have this warehouse laced up with cameras. Literally every turn you turn there's a camera. So like I said, my mom didn't know I was on the phone, so she stormed in there with a tone and was like, do me a favor, and I need you to not tell DEANNE any more things that's going on. And the girl is like, I'm sorry, Miss Janet, but I can't do that because DEANNE told me that anything that's going on to inform her, which is right. You can't tell. You're trying to take away my authority with my team that they only really know me, and that the only person that's still pushing the warehouse, you're going to tell them not to aware me of what's going on in the warehouse, like as if you're going to come in there and make the serums or make anything, or like you're in there doing what you're supposed to do. You're never there. And if you're there for 30 minutes. You just say hi and bye, literally. It's very rare that she's there. So my mom kind of like, I guess because she was frustrated, she kind of like started walking up to the employee close, and the girl felt uncomfortable, so she told her, back up, Miss Janet, because you was just over there at the wall and now you're close to my face. I guess that triggered my mom, because my mom said, what do you mean? I ain't an aggressive person, and started screaming. My uncle had to come in and check on them. Like I said, I got the damn camera footage. Want me to screenshot that? I'm watching everything in here and everything on the phone. My uncle came and checked and see if everything was okay, and they said yeah, but my mom still was, you know, with her loud tone. And the girl that my uncle was messing with, I feel like, okay, you know, like I said, they sticking together as a family group. because my uncle is telling them lies, and because my uncle don't like the girl, now they sticking together, and now I feel like they don't like the girl. They treating her funny, right? And now that girl came in and said, hey, Miss Janet, there's a time and a place, because my mom is addressing the employees not as a boss, but as some employee horribly. It's just not professional for a boss to address an employee like that, right? So I'm like, y'all just trying to give me all the trouble. And so my mom shooed her away, like in a way. The girl said, I'm not a peasant, because the way my mom did it was like belittling. And she's like, I already know you don't like me. That's what the girl said. She just said it like that. And my mom was like, mind your fucking business. Literally started. And then now my mom is going for 30 whole minutes. I got the footage. 30 whole minutes going up and down, screaming. I said, fine. And I don't give a fuck how unprofessional I sound. Mind your fucking business. And going off on the employees. Like, the fuck I thought she needed, talking about me now, she needed to come in here and fix her warehouse. And you know what I'm saying, now I know why my uncle don't like you. And saying to the other employee, now your man need to beat your ass. For 30 minutes going off, screaming. And here's the thing, like I said, me and my mom ain't butting heads right now. So I feel like sometimes she, like, so me and you ain't close like that, so now you clinging close to my uncle. And I feel like his toxic behavior, I was shocked at, and I was appalled at my mom acting so childish. I was like, that's not how a boss is. I was like, well, this is all inappropriate. So I felt like my uncle's behaviors was rubbing off on my mom. And so now my uncle wasn't there because he went to drop off them serums to the shop, and he came back, and now he started turning up because my mom was turning up. And then my other uncle Jimmy, he don't know what the hell is going on, but he just turned up because he see all the family turning up, all three of them. I had to fire all three of them. So my mom blocked me on the phone, and I'm now having to message her on Instagram, and I'm telling her how disappointed I am in her. I'm like, that was disgusting. That was very ill. So now my mom started threatening the employees. Well, to me. She was threatening them to me. So now my mom posted, family don't abandon family. Because like I said, the three of them is sticking together because they're family. And they feel that because they're because like I said, the three of them is sticking together because they're family. And they feel that because they're family, I should just agree with what they were doing. I should just be my family. I'm picking my family over, just right or wrong. But I did not. I made the right choice. The logical choice, the of course choice, right? So my mom posted that, and now this blog posted that, and they was like, she abandoned her mom for her man because they see me moved here where I'm at. And so now I felt compelled to address this situation because now multiple people are on my business page trying to convince my customers and telling them lies, like she betrayed her mom and stuff like that, trying to convince customers of what she's saying. And I, for a long time, was letting whatever y'all, I was willing to let y'all hate me and think whatever y'all wanted to think. I don't need y'all to think anything different of my mom. I love my mom, but I'm gonna love you from a distance, and that's okay. But now it's in a slightest affecting my business, so I had no choice but to address this. And then recently, a fan commented on my mom page saying, don't y'all think y'all owe us an explanation? Which I don't think y'all need a damn explanation on something in family issues, but because now it's in a sense affecting the business, I have no choice but to address it. Because had you not made that statement, we could have just went about our merry way. But you wanted to be funny and post that, and that is what triggered everything to be. And you made it seem like I abandoned you, and then everybody thinking I abandoned you for a man, which is not the case or the facts. And I hate to have to address this here, but I have no choice but to defend myself and defend the business. because I was not wrong, and I'm telling my truth at the end of the day. The truth at the end of the day. So now, the team is there, but now that's all what happened. My team is still there riding with me, loving me, but my team know about so much. They can only do but so much for me FaceTiming them and telling them how to make certain products on FaceTime. They're not making it right. They don't really know how texture is supposed to look good. Things are becoming watery. Textures are different. Like, it's ruining products. So that's what made the ultimate decision to move the business where I'm at. I didn't lose employees. I had no choice because they could only do but so much, and I don't want to go back home. I definitely don't want to go back to Florida. So I had to move the business here to keep the consistency of the product. I noticed some products was odd. I had to fix a lot of products that wasn't made right, that people was complaining about, like the shampoo, like the turmeric, the hyaluronic serum was watery as hell. I had to fix these things, and it's not my team's fault. They needed help. They didn't have the help that they needed. A lot of my team agreed that they wanted to come here, but I have to situate my situation here first, settle in and all of those things, and then have to ship all these orders and have so much pre-orders, and some people don't know what a pre-order is, so I'm having complaints, but I'm trying to do my best, and I made the decision to make sure that I can bring back the reputation of the business and put it where it's supposed to be, and I have to start back over from scratch. And it's okay because I've done it by myself before, and I could do it again. I have no problem with doing it again. My team helped me pack up. They helped me pack up to move here, and they agreed, and they understand, and they love me. So, and I love them. I care for them, and they love me. It was a very hard decision to make because they're family. We've been together for years, so it was the hardest thing. But I had to do what was right for the business. That's why the company is here. And again, I love my mom, but I'm gonna have to love her for a distance. And I feel like it was inappropriate that I had to come on here and talk about this, but I feel like I had to pull a Johnny Depp. I feel like I had no choice. I was pushed in a corner. Once it started going to the business page, it was too far. Some of y'all will agree with it. I don't agree with having to come on here and talk about my damn mama and what was going on. I like the image that y'all have of her, the sweet little angel. Hate me, but leave my business out of the drama. I'm gonna go back to my private life. And to be honest, that whole situation with my mom, it really hurt me with my uncle's situation, because I can't believe she chose my uncle over me at the end also.